Alright Trailblazers, this is our part 4 Amphoreus recap. So Finan continues to go through the eternal occurrences, slowly going mad and losing himself throughout the millions of cycles of watching his friends die over and over and over again. The power of the core flames he has collected are burning him from the inside out. Over time, he becomes known as the entity as the Flame Reaver, driven by instinct to collect the core flames. Every cycle meant a new copy of Finan would be born. Once the Flame Reaver had obtained every core flame, he would allow this new Finan to kill him, inherit his memories, and continue the journey by resetting the cycle. Every cycle ended this way regardless of what happened during the cycle, until cycle 33, 559, 336. This is the current cycle that we play through as the Trailblazer. This current cycle was different because Cyrene would die at the start of each cycle, which would meant no Chrysos Era of Time. However, because we had Mem, we resonated with the core flame of time. We added in a variable, which meant Urnova could now be completed. We flash back to the current cycle, and Finan defeats the Flame Reaver once more. After inheriting his memories, Finan sent the Trailblazer back to the start of the Flame Chase journey, while he proceeded to try pierce Iron Tomb and create a glitch. He didn't manage to succeed enough, but surprisingly he entered the path space, engaged with a Lord Ravager, and cut the Aeon of Destruction, Nanook. This meant that the Trailblazer would need to take on the role of Deliverer in this new cycle. However, during the time reset, Mem sacrificed herself to ensure that her and the Trailblazer landed at the right time in the cycle. This resulted in Cyrene and Mem becoming one person. Herta and Skrullum make an appearance before we begin the cycle, and let us know that we have 14 system hours before Iron Tomb completes itself. We are also told that time inside Amphoreus and the time outside Amphoreus is very, very different. The goal of this cycle is to take advantage of Finan's efforts to disrupt Iron Tomb, and rewrite Urnova to prevent Urnova from being used by Iron Tomb. However, this requires administrative access. This is known as the authority of law within Amphoreus, meaning that we need to obtain the core flame of law if we want to change Urnova. We head back to the point in time before Siedra claims the core flame. Lygus, however, is 2 steps ahead of us and gets to her first. This results in both of us competing to earn her trust, culminating at a banquet she throws for High-Ceilings. However, in order to enter, we have to give up our belongings, including the cognitive anchor. During the banquet, High-Ceilings tries to aid us, but ultimately, Lygus warps us to the Exomyth, a place outside of the normal time flow of Amphoreus. Meanwhile, Ceridra uses the anchor to summon Herta and Skrullum, and demand to show her their power. Inside the Exomyth, however, the Trailblazer tries to resonate with the paths they have encountered to escape. Unfortunately, none of this is successful, and Evernight appears with the core flame of Worldbearing and sends us back to Amphoreus.